Another day, another dollar. Margie hasn't paid me. So look who we got here on the drive today. Wayne lad. The plan today is to fit this 250 amp alternator on somewhere and it's supposed to fit. So on this 4 litre XJ. And then that'll link up with the battery, the big battery we put in the back already. And then hopefully when he's winching, it shouldn't drop the voltage as much and take it out of the battery. So we've got to make new fittings, maybe new battery fittings and brackets and bits and bobs to make that fit there. Right, well, update. We put basically ignition feed now to this here, so that will give ignition feed to this new alternator, and the old alternator is off. We're going to put wires off the alternator straight to this buzz bar anyway, rewire it. So the alternator's off, just got to make some new brackets. So we've got to make this bigger one here fit where this little dinky one was.
Go-kart.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's that big. So we just swapped the pulleys over. So this is the original pulley, because the pulley obviously was a wrong rib belt one. So we've got the right pulley on this now. But obviously this bottom here, got to make a bracket to fit this little slot there, and then we've got to cut this bracket down, the tensioner, to move the tensioner over. So that's the plan. Alright, so this is where we're up to with the alternators. We've obviously taken the sleeve out of this one to put in this, but this is the bracket we've made to make it, as you can see, comparison, the same sort of fitment to fit onto the bottom mount of the Jeep. And then the top one, because we've come back a little bit with this one, should line up roughly with the top one. Just got to alter the top bracket. So yeah, so that'll permanently stay on the alternator, and then it'll just come off from this bottom bolt, and if you change the alternator, you just change that bracket with the alternator. So next step is top bracket. Right, so this is the bracket we've cut down and made to fit, modified to fit for this tensioner. So the alternator is on. We've had to go longer on the belt, about another
2270 to 23 something.
Yeah, gone. Yeah, 2270 to 2370, something like that. So we'll have a little walk down. We're getting dark. Don't know if it's going to show it on camera. So the alternator is on with the longer bolt on, and then we're just going to make this now as a tensioner. I'll take that little pin out for the to fit, and then we just got to wire the little light up that goes to a one-way diode to turn it on the dash. The red light for say the alternator's on, you know, and it goes off and it starts, bloody blah. Technical. Yeah, so we're getting there. It's just getting dark on us. Don't know if the video is going to do it justice, but everything's up and running. It's on with a longer bolt on. The bracket we've made now is there, as you can see. So that's a Mercedes Vito ice cream van 250 amp alternator. So obviously we have to make that bracket down there, as you can see. I don't know if you can see down there, to relocate everything, and we made that one there for tension it. So the bolts are nice and square. Like I say, it's a longer bolt. Luckily I've got one. but we found out that the little lights we put in the activator for the alternator has got a diode in, and it's not activating the alternator, so I've had to put the alternator on a ignition feed to activate it. So we just need to get the right bulb to go on the dash. But it's done with a bigger alternator on now, so hopefully shouldn't have any problems when winching. It's showing 14.1 volts on tick over. So hopefully all good. Fingers crossed.